Hi everyone, I'm using the Angel Tarot for our reading today. I'll choose some from the Angel Tarot and I'll also choose some from Gregory Scott's pack as well for some extra guidance. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective, or anyone who views this video. That card flew out face down, so I'll leave it there. There we have one, the Knight of Cups, the Wheel, the Eight of Earth, and beneath there we have the Ten of Earth. So the Knight of Water, this is a time of romance, a beautiful time of romance. The Knight of Water is there and it's all around falling in love, and it's beautiful energy, heart opening energy. And Venus starts a retrograde on Sunday, so she's still asking us to just delve into our hearts. The Wheel of Fortune, this is Archangel Michael. This is a time of positive change, even though the energies may be intense. We have the Cardinal Cross. So we have the Sun and Cancer. So the Sun is shining a light on the Divine Feminine, bringing that beautiful balance, merging together with the Divine Masculine. So the Sun is shining in Cancer, which is the Mother, the Divine Feminine. Below we have Pluto. Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn, asking us to look at what needs closing out now, let go of all those doubts so we can bring romance, we can bring that joy into our lives without imprinting old pains there, old doubts. So Pluto is asking us to really look at what needs closing, what needs leaving now. Pluto is helping us to evolve. And in Capricorn, Capricorn is structure. It is where we have missed the mark. It's showing us where we've missed the mark, where we have set and put intentions there or expectations there that are just not happening. Above there is Neptune and Saturn, both in Pisces. So Neptune and Saturn in retrograde in Pisces, asking us to bring the intangible into our reality, to go in that dream state, to really focus on and feel the upliftment of what it is that absolutely lights us up, what is real for us. The North Node in Aries, and it's the higher aspect of Aries, of the what lights us up, what creates beautiful motivation within us, what is it that really brings empowerment to us, not taking power from anyone else or going into competition. That's the lower, that's the third dimensional Aries. The higher octave of Aries is coming in, realizing that how we feel within us, we are emanating that out constantly. And if we sit at home in joy and in peace, we are doing our part to help ourselves and Mother Earth to raise in consciousness, raise in vibration. Then we have the South Node in Libra that's asking us to look at our relationships. Where are we putting our expectations there? Where are we coming out of alignment with relationships? Where are we imprinting our disdain on our relationships? If somebody isn't making us happy, then we are blaming that person because we are not happy. And bringing it back into, we are in charge of our own happiness. No one else can bring that into our lives. We feel the happiness and then we create it. And then below is Pluto retrograding in Capricorn, and they're all at 29 degrees. So this is powerful gateways. 2 and 9 is 11. So in those aspects of our life, so Pluto in Capricorn is asking us, it's clearing now old karmic debt, clearing what's no longer relevant in our lives. Is a deep transformation, an ending and a beginning occurring through this time. So we may feel restless, we may feel that we don't know which direction that we want to go in, whether it is in our career, relationship, our finances. There's all these things there. Every situation in our life is being held in front of us, and how each situation is making us feel. So as we bring ourselves in to the center of that cross and reflect on each point of the cardinal cross, these are fixed signs and the beginning, the new beginnings. So as we sit and being truthful with ourselves, where we are putting expectation in our lives on anyone externally, and bring that back and sit in the center of that cross and feel into each area within this cross. So Neptune and Saturn. Saturn is actually the card that is connected to the world in the tarot. So what are we dreaming into being? What feels good without placing expectation and setting goals that way out of alignment, because this is the retrograde in Neptune in Pisces, with Neptune in Pisces asking us to let go of fantasy. So if we have an expectation of, maybe we're looking for love and we have an expectation of someone and we're holding on, that becomes a fantasy. When we let go of the fantasies and open up and allow that downpouring of light codes that are coming in from midheaven to actually bring us up into a vibration of sacred love, of sacred career, of of our soul guidance, opening up and feeling it and coming into alignment with the higher consciousness. Checking in with ourselves, checking in with our relationship, checking in now with what is ready to close off, and that's not going into resistance with people. It's letting go of the old feelings, the old emotions, the old projections. A powerful time of evolution, stepping through this portal now, this gateway, the wheel of fate changing, which is the north nodes, and the south nodes have just moved, so that the points of fate have shifted. So we are going to feel that shift, and we might feel a little bit ungrounded, so get outside and ground. The 8 of Earth is doing the work, showing up for the work, but then the rewards come in, because that part of us that blocked us from achieving the 10 of Earth, this happy ever after card, that part of us that went into resistance with this because we didn't trust our intuition, we tried to please everybody else, we come out of alignment in our relationships, lost ourselves in relationships, pleasing someone. But when we do that, we're projecting our pain into this relationship, and we go into rescuing others from our own pain. And when we sit back into the center of this cross and really look at our feelings, our emotional body, and as we do that, we now know we have traveled through this time of deep transformation, and we know now what makes us happy. And if we try and go into resistance with everything in our reality, in our life, that doesn't make us happy, we're actually holding it in place. When we sit in the center of this cross, because we are going to get pulled and we'll feel the tension of this cross, it's asking us to sit. The Cancer is the heart. The Sun is the divine masculine, asking us to sit and to really feel into our life without jumping into conclusions, because from this transition we're evolving and we will create a happy ever after. This is happy families, this is prosperity. So all the things that we've blocked through going into resistance and projecting our pain in those areas and our doubts in those areas, and allowing our shadow side to come in and push everything that is, and push everything away that we feel we don't agree with. But that's our perception. When we open up and sit in our heart space in the center of this cross and focus on the little things in life, they become, which are beautiful and are priceless, they then grow and grow and grow until we step into our happy ever after. And the card that came out was the 3 of Pentacles. This is creating the masterpiece of our life, really crafting it, using our energy, our thoughts, our words, our feelings to weave a beautiful tapestry of life, a new reality for us to step in, free from the old stress, anxieties, overthinking, overanalyzing, moving away from all that, coming into the center and allowing the energies. And even if we're in a career, a relationship, our finances aren't what we perceive will make us happy, there's some healing required there. Sit and bring us back into peace, into everything turning out better than we could ever imagine, instead of placing energy that is not going to bring in joy. Because if we're placing disdain and unhappiness and anyone or anything around us, that's what we are holding in place, that we're holding ourselves in the third dimension. When we start to come back into the center of this grand cross, wherever we're being pulled, take a deep breath, come back into the center, really fine-tune ourselves within, come into alignment with peace, with love, and from that place we start then to change the wheel of fate, change the wheel of fortune. And this is the card that is connected to Jupiter, the planet of luck, the planet of opportunity, and also the planet of spiritual growth. So as we connect with our spiritual essence and realize that everything in our reality was once a thought, and then we bring it into being and create it. And when we have thoughts that uplift us, and we sit with them and feel the joy of them, then everything on the outside starts to change for that to bring the frequency of whatever it is that's making us happy. It might look completely different, but the feeling will be the same, and far outweigh anything that we could ever imagine. So trust our heart, come into our heart during this powerful time of this grand cross. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective, or anyone who views this video. Oh, two have come out. The star being healing codes again. We're receiving these when we come into the center point. We're being held by the cosmos, communicating with us, asking us, does this serve you? No, then let it go. Healing codes coming in. As soon as we surrender, just throw our arms up and surrender. Not go out there and try and fix anything. Just stay in the moment. And as we let go of that confusion or not knowing how to let go, just surrender with intention of letting the universe know, right, this is not serving me anymore. Taking a deep breath and just surrendering it, opening our arms up, letting it go. And then we receive this downpouring of healing codes that is divine intelligence, and we're having this light that's coming from the spiritual sun, coming through our sun, and it's moving at the speed of light. So we are taking in all this energy, all these light codes, divine intelligence, and it's starting to work and merge within our body and bringing things up for our release. So as we are letting go and surrendering, staying in that peace, receiving these healing codes, which came through yesterday as well. You just receive these healing codes. We are recharged. And the Stargate Heart, again, the two same cards have come out. the activation of the heart chakra, the higher heart, opening our heart up now, because everything that we could ever require is in our heart. It will lead us to love, it will lead us to prosperity. It's letting go of all the doubts that we have that weigh heavy on our mind and in our heart and put us into fear. As we let that go and open our heart and trust and accept everyone who comes into our life without forming an opinion on them or a judgment, we open our heart and we start to become one. And the children, our children, our grandchildren and future generations are coming through with these codes. They're coming through with the codes for new earth, for our new reality, to really allow them to be without labeling, allowing them to express themselves without closing them down. So there's a beautiful time of rebirth, it's not a rebirth, it's actually remembering who we are and remembering who our little ones are, without having a label, without labeling anyone, and allowing them to express themselves in their own unique way, as we are starting to express ourselves now in our own way and choosing what makes us happy, because we all know now in this center we can feel our relationships, and if anything's out of alignment there, it's not to go into resistance, it's to, okay, this is invoking a feeling within me through, and it will be a trigger from past, through an expectation that needs to shift, taking away all expectations from ourselves and our relationships, and coming back into the center and really bringing ourselves back in center, visualizing ourselves coming back into the center and allowing our energy, our head, our heart to come into alignment. And from this place, this is a beautiful time of healing, and also the portal into a positive, uplifting, beautiful time of divine abundance. So however this energy is making you feel, if it's making you feel tired, if it's making you feel restless, if it's affecting your digestive system, whether we're maybe going through some physical release, it's all good. Just keep bringing ourselves back into the center, taking those nice, deep, cleansing breaths, and finding some peace in all the chaos. That is the medicine. That is truly the medicine that will heal and is the antidote to all the chaos in our life. Peace, coming back into center. So romance, a wonderful time of love. And yeah, Venus is stationary. She'll start her retrograde on Sunday, helping us to find that romance that we've lost, to go back into those times of excitement in our relationship, and to let those layers of resistance go, and those layers of conflict and everything else let it all fall away in the center of this cross. So wonderful cards, being open to receive the healing codes that are here to assist us and raise us our vibration. There's the Merkaba activating within our higher heart. So as it begins to activate, old energy. It's like a deep cleansing, a deep clean, going into all those suppressed emotions that we've held and really reacted from. Coming up now, taking a breath, coming into peace, letting everybody else go during this time. This is something that we have to do solitary. This is finding ourselves now, and in finding ourselves we tap into the wavelength, the frequency that starts to create a beautiful life. And the 10's a completion. So there's lots of intense energy, but there is going to be, I feel, a lull coming, and that's not that it's a time of rest, and that's not doing anything. It's that things start to ease up, that we start to recharge and start to move very gently forward. And if we are facing some uncomfortable feelings or emotions, not to project them onto anyone, just to sit and breathe and let them just work through us. This is a beautiful, beautiful time of evolution, of us actually listening to ourselves instead of following the crowd, actually listening to ourselves, because our own guidance, our own intuition is home. It will guide us home. So a wonderful day. Just visualize that cross, sit in the center, see relationship issues dissolving, tuning into our higher self, looking at what needs closing out in our lives without going into resistance and closing off relationships, or noticing in our career, just sitting with it and letting those feelings go, letting that old vibration leave now. And as we come into attunement with our soul, then things magically start to fall on our lap. The guidance is there, and the Chiron is in Aries, stationary to go in retrograde. So it's all about, as we offer up and surrender anything that we cannot resolve ourselves, the right healer will step forward. The right book or the right YouTube message will come through. This is coming through frequency. The universe is speaking to us through frequency and will guide us into our most peaceful, emotional essence. And from that piece of emotions, we see with clarity, and it empowers us. And that's not power over anyone else, it's just empowerment for ourselves, self-love, self-healing, all the beautiful things that we're here to experience, instead of going into the same old that just wipes us out completely. Letting go of all that now during this intense and beautiful time that the cosmos, we are being held as always in the loving arms, in the loving embrace of the divine, of God, of the angels, Archangel Michael guiding us through this transition, bringing us that strength and courage to stand in our light and not get drawn into old patterns. So wonderful time. Calling on Archangel Michael today, for his guidance, to shine his divine light on our path, and to ask for any assistance that we may need, because unless we ask, and we all know this, but sometimes we do forget to ask, and we start to try and sort things out with this mental head that it can't solve problems. It created them in the first place. So calling on Archangel Michael to shine his light now, surround us with his sapphire blue light of protection, enclosing us and embracing us in a tube of light, of divine light, as we go through this time of transformation, like the butterfly in the cocoon. We're going through that messy stage of these old feelings coming up, and it's like, no, I can't place them anywhere now. It's something within me that has to go to mush so we can let it go. So wonderful time. Enjoy life, enjoy every second, because as we feel that, we create more and more joy. So I'm sending so much love. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for listening. God bless. Thank you.